The keeper of the flame. Zuriel woke to the murmur of the camp, the rustle of a million souls stirring beneath a sky the color of ash. His bones ached as he rose from his mat, the desert's cold lingering in his joints despite the fire that had burned all night. He stepped outside his tent, squinting into the dawn. There it was, the pillar of cloud, already forming, its mist coiling upward from the earth like smoke from a hidden altar. By midday, it would tower over them, a shield against the sun that scorched the sand until it cracked. For now it hung low, patient, waiting for the tribes to break camp. He adjusted his cloak, the hem frayed from years of wandering, and muttered the verse that had become his breath. The Lord went before them by day in a pillar of cloud to lead them along the way. His voice rasped, dry as the wind. 40 years, and still it stood. 40 years since the sea parted, since the whips of Egypt fell silent. Zuriel was no elder when they fled, just a boy with wide eyes, clutching his mother's hand as the waters roared shut behind them. Now his hair was gray, his hands spotted, and the children called him Zaken, old man. But the pillar remained unchanged, a sentinel of cloud and flame. He shuffled toward the camp's edge, his staff tapping the ground. Around him, the Levites barked orders, herding goats and folding tents. The pillar shifted slightly, its base drifting north. Zuriel marked it, as he always did. "We move soon," he called to a passing boy who nodded and ran off. It was his task, not official, not decreed by Moses or Aaron, but his all the same, to watch the pillar, to warn when it turned, to ensure no one missed its path. The priest tended the tabernacle, Zuriel tended the guide. By noon the cloud loomed high, its shadow a mercy. The people walked beneath it, their sandals kicking up dust, their voices a low drone of complaints. "No water again," a woman muttered nearby. "Why did he bring us here to die?" Zuriel said nothing. He'd heard it all before, at Mara, at Rephidim, after the manna grew stale in their mouths. He kept his eyes on the pillar, noting how its edges shimmered, how it thickened when a hawk circled too close. Once, when Amalek's raiders struck, the cloud had pulsed with a storm's fury, blinding them until Joshua's men drove them off. It was alive, he knew, more than mist, more than fire. Night fell, and the pillar changed.